Did you hear him joke about compassion?
This is very difficult to explain. We're from your future. Well, Mr. Spock? What kind of thing?
Not the ship's crew's fault. The things made to bring their ship here.
Aurelian, it's important that you tell us what kind of things. Captain's log supplemental. I think I've discovered the answer. But to carry out my plan entails considerable risk. Mr. Spock is much stronger than the ordinary human being. Aroused, his great physical strength could kill. But it's a risk I'll have to take. How is it the scanners didn't pick it up before?
Killers!
Before Landru? How long ago was that? It's too close in here. Maybe a trap. Let's move on. I'm sorry. But our people have phaser number 2. Get back to the sick bay. I don't want to. Don't make me. That has nothing to do with it. What about the transporters?
Kirk.
Well, Bones, you've got the ball. Same as before, Mr. Sulu. Cross your fingers. Kirk out. You don't find this unexpected, Mr. Spock? All I understand is that you apparently don't have the backbone to stand up and fight.
I regret. We'll have to wait and see it there.
Request denied. Let's see if it'll give way. Ahead, half speed. With training, we can teach him to live in our society. And what about us? Can we afford to send people down to the planet surface? She's on board by now. Bones. Our heading is Starbase 12, a planet in the Gamma 400 star system. Our command base in this sector. Is that of any use to you?
Engineer asked, did you find...
Yes, I found Mr. Spock. I'm talking to Mr. Spock, do you understand?
Yes, sir. 3.5 minutes left, Captain.
I've got it. The disease.
Death.
I don't know. You are stopping this? You? Direction. Direction. She's not Nancy Bones. Kirk here.
Captain.
Yes, Mr. Spock. Will you try for one moment to feel? At least act like you've got a heart. We're talking about Gary. Earth's not there. At least not the Earth we know. We're totally alone. Well, they were hardly Superman. All right. What would happen if another universe, say a minus universe, came into contact with a positive universe, such as ours? Are you certain of your sensor readings? How bad? It would seem so. Come on. Locked phases on target. God of War, Mr. Spock. Do you have any defense to offer? No, but you can move the equivalent of the sun to Denver. Yes, certainly. Yes. Anon 7. He's an android, like Brown. You go slow. Commanded by Captain Christopher Pike.
With a half-Vulcan science officer named Spock.
Behold.
So we could complete these examinations later. Hey, don't do that ordinarily, unless with your own son. So you're the terrible thing, the murdering monster, the creature.
The first thing I ever heard from an upperclassman was, watch out for Lieutenant Kirk.
Yet it's me. Me. Signal this to all decks, Lieutenant.
All deck standing by, sir.
This is the captain speaking.
Phenomenon began to subside.
Oh, what is it? this object, its physical makeup. Well, let's use a specific. Yeoman Rand is a woman.
Return to your council, Barona. You will receive our official notifications as soon as they are published. In the meantime...
The Chamber of Horrors here.
I didn't mean to suggest that he had. The reason I asked, sir, was you haven't mentioned where Dr. Van Gelder's injury occurred. Are you suggesting that I did? What about memory? Tell me about Sam. My only cause is the safety of my ship and the mission we're on. Did I, Mr. Spock? They had been killing 3 million people a year. It had been going on for 500 years. And she fought back in the only way she knew how. Of course, Mr. Spock. We're a most promising species, Mr. Spock, as predators go. Did you know that? You've seen some kind of creature. Any alien form?
None, sir.
Just hang us in there long enough to get 6 crystals, Scotty. That's all we need. Stay with it.
You're well aware that my mission gives me the power of command.
I do not specifically refer to Captain Christopher, but...
You have a tendency to express ideas in military terms, Mr. Khan. Yes. I never get involved with older women, Yeoman.
The good of the body is the directive.
Then I put it to you that you have disobeyed the Prime Directive. You are harmful to the body.
You call that skin modeling? Communications, emergency medical team.
For your sake.
Describe it. What about it? Gary Mitchell has the highest Esper rating of all. What about my ship? Ceasefire. More power. Me? I don't want the job.
But you finished your captain as well.
Because I'm telling you to. Because you need me to run the ship, and I need him.
I think so. This may be one cell in a larger organism, an incredibly huge organism, in fact.
I can leave.
Emotions. Violent emotions needs anger. As soon as we reach Starbase 12. In a critical orbit, there's no time for surprise. Explanation. I'll depend on your astute abilities to supply him with that. We'll tell you what we decide to tell you in a few moments. Now, Mr. Sulu, impulse power 2. Oh, I don't see that at all. You don't have to be sheep, you can be wolves.
Terrible.
You might refamiliarize yourself with the manual on penal colony procedure.
Ladies.
George Samuel Kirk, your brother. Only you call him Sam. Would you mind telling me why? By who? This is the captain speaking. The object we encountered is a ship's disaster recorder, apparently ejected from the SS Valiant almost 200 years ago. Yet they are undeniably real. McCoy, you read me. She has 2 possible futures then. And depending on whether she lives or dies, all of history will be changed. Any interference? Resistance?
The disease, like I've got, like Miri has.
All right.